guys, boys and men out there who watch my videos, thank you so much. I know they're not always entertaining for you guys to watch, but I really appreciate you tuning in each week to watch my videos. And this video is for you. I wanted to give you some key points to take with you to the salon when you're trying to change up your look or get the right haircut that you really, really want. Here are some key points to keep in mind. Okay, so the first thing that I want to point out is a good one for everyone to take into consideration, and that is to be realistic. If you have curly hair, if you have straight hair, if you have thick hair or thin hair, all of those hair textures are going to style differently. So when I'm considering these things, what I like to do is look to the stars. And by stars, I mean when you're watching a movie or TV, look at the actors and see if your hair looks like someone else's hair, and if you like those hairstyles, Google them or research them. For example, if you have curly hair, some great examples would be Matthew McConaughey or Bradley Cooper. They both have curly hair and they're always switching up their style. They'll grow it longer, they'll cut it shorter. Those are really good examples to look to. If you like your hair parted, some people that I love, some guys that I love would be Jon Hamm from Mad Men. He always has a nice classic part. It looks really nice, really sharp. Or the one and only Chuck Bass from Gossip Girl. He's a bad boy with a bad part and I like it. Okay, and then one other thing. I know a lot of you boys like faux hawks, and when you get to a certain age, I think you need to kind of switch up the faux hawk. Not so much like this style, so it's pointy at top. Someone that I really love that rocks a great faux hawk would be Josh Duhamel. He kind of wears it messy, but kind of wears it faux hawked a little bit. So he's a great one to look to. If you're still liking that look, you just want to switch things up a little bit. So all of you guys, when you're watching a movie or TV show and you like someone's hair, Google that person. It's so good to Google them, to find images that you like and print them off and take them into your stylist. Another thing you should consider is if your hair is thick. When you get it cut, it's not going to feel as thick right at the beginning, but talk to your stylist about maybe thinning it out right then, so that as it grows, it's not going to feel thick and poofy and unmanageable. It's going to grow out and still be nice, and you can make that haircut last a little bit longer. A really good key point is to make sure you ask for what you want. So many times guys would come in and sit down in my chair and I would say, how are we cutting it? And they would just say, just shorter. I just want it shorter. A lot of stylists are just going to do just that. Make your hair shorter. They don't care if it looks good. They don't know what you want, so they're just gonna hurry and make it shorter and get you out. So make sure that you ask for what you want. You don't always want to leave with your hair just shorter. Okay, so once you get your hair cut, make sure to kind of run your fingers through it, style it the way you want. If you kind of like it spiked up, make sure to spike it up so you don't get those spikes up too high. If you like it faux hawked, make sure it's gonna fall the way that you want it to fall. Don't be afraid to run your fingers through your hair. And if there's something you don't like, don't be afraid to tell your stylist to fix that. That's what we're there for. We want to make sure you leave our chair happy. Okay, and I want to talk about trimming it up. That means like your neckline. Look at different people's necklines. See if you like a rounded neckline or a square neckline or a more narrow or wider neckline. That's really important. And I know you guys aren't noticing what's going on back there, but we do. We notice. So make sure to take into consideration and talk to your stylist about that. If she doesn't ask you how you want your neckline shaped, tell her how you want it shaped. Another thing is, if you have a unibrow, we can do something about that. We can trim that up or wax that. So ask your stylist about that as well. Also, trimming your eyebrows. I know a lot of guys are nervous to do that themselves. So ask us, we can trim them up because we can see right what we're doing. And this is a big one, your ears. If you think you might have ear hair, ask your stylist. It's more embarrassing for us to ask you if it's okay to grab those hairs than for you to say, if I have any hair in my ear, will you just trim that? Okay, so I just wanted to end this video saying it is your stylist's job to make sure you leave the chair looking awesome, but it's your job to make sure to let your stylist know exactly what you want. So please take into consideration all of the things that I've talked to you about today. If you need any help, talk to your stylist about those things. You shouldn't be embarrassed to get exactly what you're wanting. I hope that you find these tips helpful, and I will see you next week. Thank you.